Hello, 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 everybody. What's going on tonight is all about episode 4, season 2, Lego Masters. Breaking it down. I'm breaking it down tonight. Um, Brick Babe, good to see you. Emily, good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm going to mess that. Oh, I get it. Instagram.follow. Follower. That's pretty clever. But good to see you nonetheless. Over on YouTube, good to see the YouTube fam as you come in eventually. But good to see everyone as you guys are coming in. Hope everybody had a great day. My day was very eventful. Oh, you didn't watch the show? Well, then it's gonna get spoiled for you because we're doing spoilers tonight. If I can get some of the Lego Masters to come in as well, I would love for them to come in and join the conversation. But I do want to talk about. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I would love to. I would love for them to talk about um, the show with me if that's possible. Um, so season 2 is off to a great start. Ratings wise, the ratings came out for the season so far. They're doing really good. They're pacing exactly, I believe, where Fox want them to pace. The rumor is that they did sign for a third season. So Fox did sign for a third season with Lego Masters. So that's really good. So we're going to see a third season coming up. I don't know when the process is going to start. It's probably going to start like around November, maybe October. They might start looking for people, and then after that, they'll bring some people in. Ian, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Brickman Mosaic, good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, um, what to say about the episode? Let's get this out the way real quick and real early. I do not like these episodes. I have been saying this from the very beginning, so this is not new to anybody. If it's new to some of you, then okay. But I do not like the episodes. The reason why I don't like the episodes is because we don't have a chance to appreciate the art, the artistry of brick building. Now, a lot of people will look at it and say that they really like the episodes. It's fun, it's exciting, all that good stuff. But when it comes to um, just blowing up Lego builds and watching Lego builds shake until they hit the ground, and this one, wearing it as a fashion piece, and watching some of the builds kind of crumble and destroy as they're walking with it. As much as I love the episode and wearable Lego stuff, which I love, obviously. Um, I didn't quite like the explosions, the um, the, the buildings shaking and destroying, and even some of the builds crumbling in the hands of the builders. A lot of those eliminations are luck, the luck of the draw. How are the explosives put in place? Are they put in place in the right way for them to give that boom? Explosions. Um, so trade company, Emily, Lego Masters is all amateurs. That's the whole gimmick of the show. Like, we are Lego amateurs, and we are competing to be Lego masters. So so I would encourage anybody to try out for the show and just see where you go, see how far you can get. That's the whole thing, right? You want to see how far you can get in the show. You want to see how far you'll be able to take your skill. So what good is your skill if there's nothing to challenge it with? So yeah, Brickman Mosaic, you can't tell me these things. I'm the one that's doing it. I'm the one that's doing the leading the challenges. So don't tell me what you're building ahead of time. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything. So keep it to yourself or tell other people, but don't tell me, because that might affect your chances of winning a set, or even affect your chances about being in the competition. So Don't tell me anything. Please don't tell me anything. That goes to anybody else. I will give my honest opinion, but that's all I can give you. Okay, so don't tell me ahead of time because I might change it up. Okay, how old do you have to be? You have to be 18 or over. You have to be 18 or over to be on Lego Masters. Gustavo, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, you gotta be 18 and over to be on Lego Masters. No, he didn't tell me what it was, but if you're building the Mocs ahead of time, it takes away from the weekly aspect of it. You're supposed to dedicate your time to a build during the week. Can you imagine what's going on, Seth? What's going on, Happy Mike Austin? Can you imagine in Lego Masters if they told us the entire slate for Lego Masters, and while episode 1 is going on, we're building episode 5 because we like episode 5s, and we didn't even get to episode 5 yet. So I have the liberty of changing the 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 entire competition however I see fit. So that's why I don't want people to get to where they're building stuff ahead of time, because I might say, you know what, next week I might do Happy Birthday America next week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though you have it built and ready, I might switch it up and say, hey, you know what? We're not going to do Happy Birthday America. We're going to do Happy Birthday Canada. You know, and you've already dedicated your time to building something for that week, and the week hasn't even arrived yet. So, you know, you got to, you know, I always tell my students, don't anticipate the next thing I'm going to do. Okay. Because I might switch it up just like that. All right. But all in all, I'm glad you're participating. I'm glad you're having fun, but don't take away the fun aspect of it. And the fun aspect is building weekly. Building weekly. That is the fun aspect of it. So, you know, I hope you, and this is for anybody, I hope you guys realize that it's a fun contest. It's a fun competition. It's a weekly competition. So don't burn yourself out in the first week. All right. Pace yourself. Mo, what's good? Wesley, good to see you. So, let's start off with the first part of the episode. So it's a fashion week. It's fashion week for Lego Masters. First time that they're doing something like this. To be quite honest, this episode is near and dear to my heart. As you guys know, my name is Sam Brago. I build brooches out of Lego. My Lego art is a fashion piece. So this episode was really near and dear to me. Couple of things I would have hoped and I would have wanted to see a Brago on TV. One person wore it on the actual episode, but I was hoping that maybe the judges would have worn it or something like that. You know, that's just me being selfish though, so don't worry about that. When it comes to the opening of it, where Will is doing these photo shoots, and you know, it doesn't look like a Lego Master show. And that was the cool thing about it. It didn't look like a Lego Master show. Like if I was tuning in for the very first time and I don't know what Lego Master is, I don't know what Lego is, I'm just going to see Will Arnett and these judges. And I'm thinking, oh, they're going to make like fabrics and they're going to make clothing. And then you see that they have to make a hat and wear a hat, which is quite interesting that that's the choice that they went with when it comes to making this type of challenge. Um, Ian, if you want to collaborate with someone for the challenge, and let's say that you and that person was to win, yeah, you can definitely do that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. If you win, there's only one Lego set, so you guys will just have to decide who gets the Lego set. Speaking of which, that Lego set is right behind me as we speak. So I don't know which set you're going to get, but it should be a pretty fun set, I hope. So when it comes to the beginning episode, like I said, I really enjoyed the beginning episode. I thought it was really fun. I thought it was pretty cool that they had their color that they were assigned based on what they grabbed, and they had to build their entire outfit or their hat based off the color that they had. And I thought that was really cool because it eliminated too many different jumbled designs of colors and stuff like that. People can kind of focus in on, all right, we have red. So what can we make with the red? Oh, we can make, we can make a falcon or phoenix. You know, that was really cool. When it comes to the different types of colors that they chose, really cool: white, black, beige, green, blue, pink, yellow, red, orange. No, not orange. Um, but Miss Slobricta did orange in her Instagram yesterday, so that was really cool. One of the contestants from that got eliminated two episodes ago, she did an orange build. That was really really rad. Um, so when you look at all the colors that they had, and when you look at all the things that they were portraying, I thought that each team did a great job with their presentation. Each team did a great job with their presentation. I thought it was really, really on the ball. Everybody was on point. Let's talk about the winning builds first. The winning builds for this was what was it? Kimberly and Michelle, I believe. Let me just not double check the who won, but double check the name because it's 12 contestants, so it's really hard to keep up. To be honest with you. Let me see here. Michelle, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Let's see. There we go. Two contestants. Boop, boop, boop. And we have Natalie and Michelle. I think that's what I said. I think that's what I said. No, I said Kimberly. I made a mistake. Natalie and Michelle. So I don't even know why I flaked like that because um, Natalie is my sister's name. But anyway, so Natalie and Michelle, they won this competition with their build, and their build was simply breathtaking. They had black as their color, which they really lucked out because you could literally build anything with black. Anything goes with black, obviously. So when I saw their build, the the thing is with Lego Masters, and this is to any future Lego Master, um, one thing that you want to try to perfect is using the Lego, manipulating the Lego so that it does not look like Lego. You want to build it in such a way that it looks like uh, something totally different. And the way that they use the netting, the way that they use the different, the bottom of it of their hat had kind of like a fabric itch. I think they use capes, if I'm not mistaken. But I think they use capes. Hopefully, as I continue on, some other Lego Masters will join in. But they, the way that they built it and the way that it looked like a straight different type of build altogether. It didn't look like Lego. It didn't look like that they use any Lego for this build. And that's what you want. You want to build something in a way that it looks like it's not Lego. If you can manipulate it to the point that it doesn't look like it's Lego, then you've nailed it. Point blank, period. You've nailed it. Um, and that's what I think they did. I think they definitely nailed it when it came to that build. Their build is just simply breathtaking. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Brick Huntress, good to see you, Kate. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed what they did. I really enjoyed their build. Um, the runner up, I believe the runner up was Zach and Dwayne. I think they were the runner ups, and Zach and Dwayne. Wow, that team is definitely the team to watch. Because when it came to Dwayne walking in, he walked in and he didn't even hold the hat. Like that's how much confidence they had in their build. They literally walked in without holding the hat, without touching the hat, and even have enough to do this like an archery type of pose. That is just amazing. That's what you're supposed to do. I thought they did a great job with that build. I thought they did a fantastic job with that build. Definitely bounced back from last week's episode. They did great. They did absolutely great. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I loved it. They did a great job with it. So kudos to them for real. Kudos to them. But the winning team, MG Productions, good to see you, my friend. But the winning team was definitely noted. That was their challenge. They definitely nailed it. They ran it. They owned it. It was perfect. They got it. Um, all the teams that kind of fell in the middle from the bottom two, um, I thought all of their builds were really good. They all had a story to it, and that's what I love. I love the story. And each team, the twins, the two twins, Jacob and Caleb, they did such an incredible job with their build. Yeah, like especially the weight of it. I could see the strain on his body. I was like, man, he's so tiny. He's holding up this big heavy thing, and Lego is heavy. Once you're building and you're building a lot of Lego, that starts to pile up. Them plastic pieces start to weigh heavy, and for them, that had to be at least 30 pounds on his head, maybe 25, 30 pounds on his head, and that's a lot. That is a lot. And he was holding it, and then he was able to let it go for 5 seconds and grab it again. And then he got a little, and then they shifted it back and forth, and it was just staying on and all that stuff. I thought that was a really nice touch. That was a real nice touch. They did a great job. You like the new challenges better than the first season one? I think some of the challenges is I wouldn't say better than season one. I would say different, because I believe the challenges that we had, and I'm not saying that. Um, I'm not saying this because that was a challenge that me and my brother got eliminated on, but the cut in half challenge, in my opinion, was probably the weakest of the challenges. Though incredible art came from it. Don't get me wrong. The fire hydrant with the mermaid, the Tricky Bricks clock, the Rocktopus, Timmy, uh, Timmy the monkey. Incredible builds came from that cut in half challenge. Like seriously, that was great, wonderful, awesome, even. But I thought that the cut in half challenge was, again, we were using organic elements to build with Lego, and I think you lose the fun of the build when you have to do something like that, integrate like that. Brick mosaics, how you doing? I just thought it was something a little bit different, that could have been done. I think it was something different that could have been shown in this build for sure. But let's get back to season two. So season two. So some of the builds that really stood out to me was the Phoenix. Like I said, that was just an amazing build, front to back. Um, Even the build that Susan and Jen did when Jen was walking, the feathers will kind of like bounce and everything like that. That was really cool. That was really cool. I like how she did that. What's going on, Big Bricks? Good to see you, brother. All right. Uh, Bendel Bricks, good to see you. Yeah, like that like that wavy motion was really cool what they did. Um, let's see what else. I thought the Sunday best hat that Randall and Sharita did, I thought that was really good. That was real fun. Uh, Jamie did mention that hollow space in the up top. You got to watch that. You got to watch out for that because it did look unfinished with that opening. You got to put something there. Um, uh, Janice, I don't know. You're the only me and you are here. Me and you are here, so that's all we need. Anyway, so yeah, um, let's see who else did a good job with their build. Even the build that man, Steven and his brother. Let me just again, Mark and Steven. Yeah, Mark and Steven. Um, what Mark and Steven did was really good too. I really like that pirate hat. It got that two sides and everything like that. That was just tremendous. That was tremendous. Tim, good to see you, Tim. Um, yeah, I thought that was tremendous. That type of build that they did. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, that's my Marvel stuff back there. My Lego stuff has taken over. Um, but yeah, I thought they did good with that build as well. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I catch everybody who caught my eye. Mm, Let me double check. Let me just make sure I got everybody of all the builds in the middle of what was built. Yeah, Marie and Philip, they did an incredible build with the lights. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And you want to do that. You want to do something that's going to step out because right now, a lot of the teams are in the middle. A lot of the teams are in the middle, and there's teams that are consistent with their victories, and those are the teams you want to watch. And then there's teams that struggle. Those are the teams that unfortunately are heading out. But there's teams in the middle that are like they're wavering, they're going up and down, up and down. So those are the teams you want to definitely check out. And Mark and Steven is one of those teams that are like they're right up there at the top, but they keep getting they keep hitting and missing, and that's unfortunate because their builds are just really really good. Their builds are really incredible, and what they were able to do was really cool. But Maria and Philip with the lights, you want to be able to stand out. Caleb and Jacob, that's what they did. They try to make their slide from left to right. You got to stand out. You got to build something. You got to take risk. And it's part of the competition. Risk taking is risky. You can, again, with me and my brother, what we did for our challenge, we took a big risk, and it was all because of episode 2, the Space Mass Challenge. We thought that we did a really good build. We did a planet which had a core in the center, and the opening of the planet, like there was the part of the planet was open like a crescent moon, and you could see inside the planet. You could see all this action and the storytelling being told inside the planet. And I thought me and my brother, we did a great job doing that and bringing that to life. Unfortunately, there were other teams that did better, so our build got drowned out. And, me and my brother were very upset about that because, we thought that our build had a beginning, middle, and end. Like we told a complete story, like everybody's stuff kind of destroyed along with their characters. Our characters actually survived, and they didn't show that. And, we were very upset about that. Red Monkey, good to see you. So we were just saying, you know what, at the end of the day, we got to step it up. We got to step it up. We got to make them know our name. We got to make them know that we're here to build. We're here to win. We're here to do this. And, when it came time to, get to that third episode, we try to be super ambitious. We try to we risk it all, and unfortunately, it didn't work out for us. But at this point, the teams, they want to do that. The teams have to do that. They have to be willing to risk it all. They have to be willing to risk it, and the teams were able to do that. Speaking of which, let's get to the teams that risk it for this episode. I just want to make sure I touched on everybody, which I believe I did. Yeah. So the two teams that got into the bottom was Dave and Richard, and also Moto and Paris. So those were the two teams that got that got down to the bottom two. Let's talk about the second runner-up for elimination. Dave and Rich were on a hot streak. Their last 3 builds were definitely praiseworthy from the judges. The judges really loved what they did. They won one of their challenges. So they were definitely cooking with fire. They were moving. They were definitely moving. One thing I appreciated, and I told this to Richard, that me and my brother, our father is from Jamaica, so we're Jamaican, right? And we have heritage there. We listen to reggae, like that's our heritage, that's our thing. When we were in tryouts for Lego Master, one of the builds that we did was me and my brother as giant figures, and we had a Jamaican flag on one side and a French flag on the other side, and it was like us showing our culture. And when we got on Lego Masters, we said, we want to try to set a pace for ourselves. We want to try to be able to make a name for ourselves. We're already dressed apart. People want to recognize us and know us just by the way we dress alone. But we want to make sure that, these guys can also build with Lego as well. So that was like our focus on that episode. We didn't have a chance to really show our culture, right? Because that wasn't our narrative. That wasn't the story that Lego Masters was telling about us. They were telling us about two brothers. One of the brothers had leukemia, and Lego is what brought us together. That was the story that Lego Masters told about us, but they didn't tell it. They didn't tell you guys about our culture. And Richard says something. He said, being Jamaican, one of the biggest things in Jamaica is Carnival. And in New York City, there's a West Indian Day Parade where the West Indians in the tri-state area, they come to this one place and they parade, and we just celebrate our culture. And it's just the one day of the year that we could feel like we're home, back in the Caribbean, and that's just an amazing feeling. And when he said that, it really touched me and it resonated with me big time, because it was like, what? I'm so happy that he was able to share that about himself and bring that recognition to people about basically about who we are as Jamaicans, and I'm glad that he's representing Jamaica and he's representing Jamaicans. So big up to him to the fullest. So they said they're going to do the Carnival Hat, and those Carnival hats that you see the people wear in Carnival, those things are not light. They are heavy. They are heavy. And women, men, they are holding these things up for hours, and they're just dancing and dancing, and it's tough. And what they were trying to do with this build, super ambitious. The feathers were glorious. They were big. They did mention the back of the feathers, however, did not have any colors. So that was the roughest thing. They did not have any colors. Moto, what's going on, big brother? I would invite you on Instagram. I would invite you on to come join me, but I'm not sure if you want to. But it is what it is. But I'm just about to come to you and Paris, man, to talk about last night's episode. So yeah. So when I saw them walk out, when I saw Richard walk out with those feathers and that feathered hat, I knew for certain that, and based on the episode, based on the trailers, they showed that it almost fell on Will Arnett, and that would have been crazy if it fell on him. But Rich, he held it together, he held it up, but then it went backwards. And I thought it could have worked if Rich's hair were either braided down or flattened or something, because with our type of hair, when our hair gets like frizzy and it's fluffy, it's like cotton, literally. It's like cotton. So you could put something on it and the hair would just push it off. Doesn't matter how heavy it is, it would always be uncentered. So that was the one thing too. Like, man, he really took they really took a chance with that, and unfortunately it did shatter, and that was really sad that it shattered. I was really sad about that. I was hoping that it would have stayed, it would have lasted the test of time, but unfortunately it didn't. And that happens. But let me talk about. Boom. Let me talk about who went home, though. Oli, good to see you. So Moto went home. Moto and Paris went home in this episode. Um, definitely Moto. Definitely Moto is in YouTube. Everybody. Um, when I saw the process that Moto and Paris was working with, their design choice, your design choice, Moto, you and Paris did excellent with that design. Based off the colors you guys had tan, and where you guys decided to take it with the safari hat with the stem and then the serpent, the snake on it. The snake is a work of art. Uh, the hat alone was perfect. It by itself is a work of art. It was great. Um, it was really really good. I thought that Moto and Paris, what they did was truly remarkable with their build. Unfortunately, the portion of the challenge is to wear it walk down the runway, and then keep it on your head for about 5 seconds. Um, and as Moto is putting it together, as Moto is about to lift it to put it on Paris's head, the top of it collapsed, which I saw coming. Um, the way the episodes are set up, and this is for everybody, the way the episodes are set up, you can get an idea of where the narrative is going. From the time I saw the challenge begin, I was noticing which teams they focused on more, which teams they focused on less. The teams that they focus on less are most likely safe from elimination. The ones that they focus on more is the ones that they really want you to focus on. And when I saw them kind of focusing on, uh, Moto and Paris, I was like, okay, I see where they're going. And then that one part before the commercial where the top of it kind of collapsed in, I said, darn, I knew it right away. And I said, I don't even want to watch the rest of the episode. And I'll be so real with you. I said, I don't even want to watch the rest of the episode because I already know what's going to happen. I mean, you can tell. Like, it was with me and my brother. When me and my brother got eliminated, I watched that episode over and over again, and I studied it. And it's the way, like, they focused on the struggles that we had for that episode. And by focusing on our struggles, it just showed us collapsing. Mr. Randall, good to see you. Good to see you. King, salute. Good to see you, brother. So I saw it happening. Once Paris had to put it on his head and he had to hold it the entire time. And one thing about Paris is very determined. It looks like he looked like he was very, like, a lot of pride, proud of his work and of your work as well, Moto. And, you guys definitely left a mark on the season. Like, people are going to tune in next week and be like, where are the scientists? They definitely made sure they got you guys looking, not even like you're part of the cast, but you are, you're a, for a lack of a better word, a character. You become your personality. You're a personality on the show. And now they're going to remember you wherever you go. Those shirts that you wore, and this is to Moto directly. The shirts that you wore, Moto, people is going to remember it. The lab coat, people are going to remember it. So people will remember you guys. Always. You guys have made your mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, like next season, if they decide to do 2 more scientists with jackets, they're just going to be like, oh, okay. That is just it's a Moto and Paris knockoff. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have made your mark on the brand Lego Masters. So kudos to you guys. Yeah, Brickman. Yeah, they were eliminated in this episode. Um, no lying. How did you not watch the episode? Come on, man. It came out yesterday. You're supposed to watch these things. Come on. Yeah. So yeah, once they walked down, Paris walked down with the hat, and as soon as he let it go, it just fell to pieces and shattered. And Paris's face spoke the story. And he was a professional. He walked back in the same position. He did not lower his hands. He didn't just say whatever. He walked back in that same position. He was like, you know what, we're going to own it. And that's what he did. He owned it. Um, when it got down to judging, I knew what the verdict was going to be. Dave and Rich, they had a solid 2 episodes prior where they did some great work, and what they built, was huge in scale. So I knew that they weren't ready to send them home yet. And that's what it boils down to. It really just boils down to who are they going to send home when it comes down to the bottom two? You might have one obvious person or team to be in the bottom two to go home. Then you have a team that you like. Technically, the two teams that were in the bottom were the only two teams that did not complete the challenge. They were not able to hold their hat for more than 5 seconds. So it kind of just made it easy for the judge. However, I would say this: if if the I would say if all the teams held that hat for 5 seconds and that was it, and everything was intact, I guarantee you that it would have been a different outcome. I believe that when it comes down to detail, scale, scope, I believe that Moto and Paris, they had a very, very nicely presented hat. um, Stronger than other teams, I would say. However, because it did fall apart, and that's the name of the game, you gotta play the rules as is laid out. Because it didn't hold up, those are the breaks. Yeah, Dave and Rich is a bit more consistent. That's what I mentioned before. They were very consistent. Doc Sampson, good to see you. Good to see you. They were very consistent. So that's usually going to help you in the challenges. Your consistency is always going to help when it comes down to But if two teams are very consistent, it's going to boil down to the better build. And unfortunately, that night, Moto and Paris, that Amy said it best. It wasn't your challenge, and that's fair. That's fair because it doesn't speak to you as a builder. It doesn't speak to them as a team at all. It's just the luck of the draw of what you present. That's what it is. And that's why I don't like episodes like these. I really don't. I don't like episodes where it's like literally you're not being judged by your build. You're not being judged by your the way your build looks. You're being judged off of a technicality. That sucks. That really sucks. Explosions. What if the pyrotechnic? What if you told the pyrotechnic, please put the explosions here and here, and then they weren't paying attention and they just put it wherever, and your thing exploded, but it didn't explode the way you intended it to because the pyrotechnics did it wrong. That's a technicality, and now that cost you your spot on the show. What about the shake plate? What if when you put it on the shake plate, what does the shake plate malfunction? It's a technicality. In this case, the builds is all about a person's head. Again, that's the technicality. You know, I just don't like episodes like this. I feel it takes away from the 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 passion of building with Lego. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? Building Bells. Good to see you. Good to see you. Congratulations. Is that who I think it is? I think it is. I think it is. Natalie? I think it's Natalie. Congratulations on last night. Excellent work. If you want to come on the stream and just talk about it real quick, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, these are the episodes I really don't like, and that's only because they're technicalities. When everybody goes to different conventions, you're not going to a convention with a build that you work 6 months to a year on, and you're just going there to just drop it off the ceiling or drop it off the roof of the building just to see how it smashes into pieces so that people can be excited for it. No, people are displaying their work through Lego, their art through Lego, their creativity through Lego. That is what the show should be focused on, in my opinion. It should be focused on the creativity aspect and appreciating that creativity instead of watching it destroy or blow up. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, the show is entertaining. The cast is entertaining. They're literally carving out their place in the universe when it comes to Lego Masters. There's not a lot of us. All right. There's not a lot of us Lego Masters out there. In the US, there's just 44 of us. All right. And over in other parts of the country or other parts of the world, there's other sectors of people. we're in a very exclusive club. And I want to appreciate the art of the Lego Masters and what they build. I don't want to watch them get destroyed for viewership. I don't want that. Um, I don't like that either. So um, it sucks, but I get it, all of it. Um, this is Moto, by the way. In the end, I pushed the bar a little further. Good. The good news is that everyone here will play better, absolutely. And because well is me, and someone reading this will go further. Oh, better. Okay, got you. Yes, yes. So basically, what Moto was saying is that he was able to push the bar a little further, and because he was able to push that bar, someone else will be watching, and they'll be able and willing to push that bar a little further as well. And that's what you want. That's what you want. You want to leave that lasting impression. You want to leave that memory from Lego Masters. Again, when it came to me, my brother, um, we were struggling to figure out how we're going to carve out our name and how are people going to remember us, you know, as we go forward. What's going on, Lego Customizer? Good to see you, Carter. Um, how are we going to do that? And we were able to do that not only because of the way we looked, but the energy that we put out. We put out a lot of good energy, a lot of good vibes on the show. We were friends with everybody, and that was just that's our nature. That's just who we are. And we wanted to leave that positivity on the screen when we left. We left with our heads held high. Um, I felt defeated. Absolutely, I felt defeated. I was in a bad state of mind when we got eliminated because I felt I failed as a builder. I failed my brother. Um, we got this far, but we could have went further. We believe we could have went further, but it just wasn't in our cards. It wasn't our day. It wasn't our challenge. It's that we were told. This just wasn't our challenge. And at the end of the day, you learn from the challenges, you grow from the challenges, and you become a better builder because of those challenges. Um, and that's the message I'm going to leave with you guys tonight. Um, yes, it was a hard um, defeat. It was hard to watch. Um, Two amazing builders go home. This is the aspect of the show that I just don't like. Um, I don't like to see people go home. I like to see competitors compete all the way to the end. And your semi finalists, those are the top three teams that's been consistent the entire way. Those should be the ones that go into the finals. But again, I get it. It's a reality show. The reality is not everybody can win. That's just the bottom line. That's life. You get a participation trophy, you get a third place, a second place, and a first place. That's how life is. Everybody can't get first place. You have to have the best of the best out of the crew. That's just what it is. And I know that where they're going as a brand, Lego Masters, it's only going to get better. The next episode looks like it's going to be another challenging episode. Where they have to test their strength, they have to test their ability, they have to test their wit. I look forward to seeing another challenge where the Lego is just being on the table displayed, so that we can take a look at the build and appreciate the build instead of some stipulation to the build. It does make the show fun. I'll give them that. It does make it entertaining. I'm on the edge of my seat, gripping the edge of my seat, kind of like that. But at the same time, sometimes I just want to sit back and watch the build and watch the process of the build and get ideas and be encouraged. You know, um, Lego Masters is a very encouraging show, and hopefully you guys are encouraged, were encouraged, and still is encouraged by the people on the show. Moto is a great encouragement. He is very involved in the community of Lego. He is very hands-on. He is willing to help. He's willing to be there for anything. Um, Moto is an amazing human being, and seeing you go from the show, it's going to be different. And I can already tell by the mannerisms and the mood that it's going to be different. I bet you it was different when Moto left, when Moto and Paris left. Um, and I don't know Paris too well. I hope to get to know him a little bit more because his field is very similar to mine, as far as teaching. So I would love to get in, speak with him and kind of chop it up with him for a little bit. But yeah, this episode was really sad. I thought that everybody did a great job. The bottom two, I understood why they were in the bottom two. Obviously, the top two, I understood why they were in the top two. The winning team, I understood why the ladies won because their build was simply superior from the rest of the builds. It didn't look like Lego, and that's what you want to do. You want to build something that does not look like Lego. But yeah, episode 4 in the books. Great work, everybody involved. I was hoping to have some of the Lego Masters come on, but I guess it's a little late. So I got to go back to doing 8 o'clock on this so that I can get more of the Lego Masters involved in this. Or even ask them ahead of time. Maybe I should do that. I mean, that's more professional, right? But yeah, everybody did a great job. Yeah, the ladies, they did a great job. It is very encouraging to see the women holding it down and doing it. There are two teams of women, and about, I would say, more than half of the teams are male and female type of teams. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is encouraging to the women in the Lego community because I know they've had their struggles. They've had their their ups and downs as far as recognition and just being a part of the table. So I'm very excited at the fact that there are more female teams and these female teams are kicking butt and they are taking names. And I am so happy about that. Teacher Kinder, good to see you. I try my best to get more female involved in Lego. A lot of my students, I try to encourage my female students to keep on building. And now they have someone they could look to, not that they couldn't. Let's be very clear. Jessica made it all the way to the finals, and, she's an artist, as she mentions, and then you have Amy and Crystal, and you have Kara and Jess, and then you have Amy as part of Tyler and Amy. Those were the women of our season, and they did great stuff while they were on the show, and I just feel like it's good. And now we get some better representation with Zach and Dwayne. They are Filipino, if I'm not mistaken. Amazing representation of that community as well, and coming in and stuff like that. And those are the things that are really, really great about this season of Lego Master. And I hope they continue it in future seasons. Yeah, but that's it. That's all I have for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's really slow paced. Usually there's a lot of fun going on. I mean, this is fun too, but this is usually, it's all that music and all that stuff and all that fun stuff going down while I'm talking. But this was a sad episode. I'm not gonna lie. This was a sad episode. I like Moto. He's my brick brother. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of the fact that he got on the show. I'm so proud that he made it to episode 4 of Lego Masters. He can proudly say that he is a Lego Master, and don't care what nobody says. He is a Lego Master. So hold your head up high, Moto. You did it. You're amazing. You're the best. So keep being awesome. Yeah, they're getting more personal, and that's really good. When Charita was talking about her grandmother, like she want to represent her grandmother in her build, amazing. That's awesome. And they show those pictures, even with Richard showing pictures of him at the parade. I know exactly where he was because I was one of those guys that in my past life, Derek, good to see you. In my past life, I used to when we went to those West India Day parades, I would wear a Jamaican mask, and I would jump the barricades, and I would be in the parade itself. Was that illegal? Probably. Should I have done that? Probably not. But I was young. I wanted to have some fun, and that's what I did. And I enjoyed it because that was my culture. And all we do when we celebrate Fete, Carnival, is we just dance. We just dance and have fun. All that other negative stuff that happens, I mean, that's you're always gonna have negative people, but that's all we did is dance. So when I saw that picture of Richard there, I was like, yeah, I know exactly where you are. You know what I'm saying? So that was really cool. But yeah, great episode. Nonetheless, great episode, everybody who's watching. I was on Lego Masters. If you're watching this now live or you watch it later on, what have you, great episode. Great episode. Lego Masters season 2 is kicking butt. They are this season is so enjoyable. I love the cast. I love the dynamic of the cast. I will mention one thing though before we go, and I don't want to end it with a downer, but I'm going to say something and then I'm going to say something else that's going to boost it right back up. Deal? Cool. I don't like drama. I don't like drama in my life. I don't like drama outside my life. I don't like drama on Instagram. I don't like drama on social media. I don't like drama. I stay away from drama. When I see drama, I just turn around and walk away. I don't have time to argue. I listen, when I was 19, 20, 21, I live for that. I live for arguments. I love arguing with people. I love getting under people's skin, all that crap. But I don't do that no more. I'm a grown man. I don't do that crap. But people love them. People love the drama. And I get it. That's what people love. But I don't. The show tends to lean into a certain type of drama between two sets of teams. And number one, I get it. I get it because, whenever me and my brother go somewhere and we see another set of brothers, if we're competing, automatically there's a heightened sense of, okay, we're going to show that we're the better brother team, right? That was our thing. Bricktacular, good to see you, brother. That's our thing, right? We're the better brother team, and we're gonna show it. No, we're the better brother team, whatever. It seems like that they're telling the story of a brother team versus another brother team, and with Mark and Steven, and with Dwayne and Zach. And it seems like they are constantly creating this narrative that as Zach and Dwayne is thriving in the competition with their builds, they're incredible builders. They're thriving in their builds. It always seems like they're creating it where Mark and Steven is kind of reaching for that. They're kind of reaching, right? They're reaching for that pedestal. They're reaching for that mantle, right? They're not quite there yet, but they keep reaching for it. And every time they show Zach and Dwayne, they always pan to the brothers and kind of give that, oh man, and and they're very close in age. Both teams are very close in age. I don't tune in to the show for that. Okay. I don't tune in to the show for that. I tune in to see the builds. I tune in to see the dynamic of the teams. I tune in to see some funny stuff with Will Arnett. These are the things I tune in for. Even to hear the Brickmasters and hear what their to hear their feedback. I tune in for that. What I don't tune in for is for fabricated drama and stirring up drama between the teams. So I can tune in next week to see, will Mark and Steven be able to beat Dwayne and Zach? That's not what I tune in for. Some people, they do tune in for that. They're here for that. They want that smoke. I get that. And at the end of the day, I am just one of the viewers that they're trying to hit. They're trying to hit a segmentation of all types of viewers, people who are Lego enthusiasts, people who are not Lego enthusiasts, people who love to watch the builds, people who just love the drama. One of the biggest things from my season of Lego Masters that I hated was the way they painted Jessica and Sam's relationship in the very beginning. I hated how they painted that. Yes, it was what it was. You know, there's no hiding that. These are two people who have never built before. They don't know each other, so they have to kind of work together, and they have two strong personalities and ideals. So you know, you're always going to get static. But then they started doing the whole, oh, you're copying my build, and then the baby gate. Oh, we made a baby, and now they're making a baby. Oh, they're stealing our idea. Like, when I see that, I could just, all I say to myself is, let me go watch Australia. Let me see if that is what they do in Australia. Do they break down the teams so that the viewer no longer wants to root for another team? Oh, they're just there stealing ideas, and they're just trying to make their ideas faster than the other team so they can say that they're stealing it. That's the narrative that you're creating for these teams, and that's the stigma that you're creating for these teams. And I mentioned this last night, and I'll mention it again. In the current climate that we're in, politically and just socially, after this pandemic, a lot of Asian Americans have been attacked. They have been ridiculed. They have been blamed for what happened here in America. It's because of poor mismanagement of our government, but that's another story for another time. But they're blaming them. And when you're looking at Lego Masters, and if you are equating it the way I am, I'm looking at it from the perspective of there's an Asian looking team that's there and they're winning. And then the team that are, for lack of a better word, American, are like, oh, they're taking our opportunities. You know, oh, it's because of them we can't. And I'm not saying that that's what it is. And I might be rambling right now, and I might be talking out of my head right now, and I might get in trouble for this, which, okay. But I'm speaking what I perceive from the episodes. I just hope that's not the narrative that people are looking at. And if I just put this idea in your head, I apologize for that. That's not what I'm here to do. But I don't want Lego Masters to be a show about underlining drama that is stirring up amongst the teams. I would like for Lego Masters to be a friendly competition amongst other builders, and everybody is just happy at the fact that, one, they're on the show, two, they're on TV, three, that they have 5 million Lego pieces to build with, and they're just building to just see who's the better team. That's it. That's all the drama you need. You don't need an extra drama. If a team is building something and then, oh wow, we're building the exact same thing. Like during the tower episode, they were building cakes. Two teams were building cakes, and they didn't even realize they were building cakes, but they were trying to fabricate the drama. Like, oh, look at that, they're copying each other with two cakes. Like, I mean, come on, seriously? Like, there's 12 teams in there. At the time, there were 11 teams or 10 teams. 11 or 10 teams. Anyway, there's 20 individuals there. You're bound to run into the same idea at some point. So I just hope that's not the narrative that they're painting. I hope that's not the narrative that they're choosing. I hope that as the production is looking at this and as they are editing this, that they take the time to just consider all the ramifications with this edit. That was quite wordy, right? I said a lot. So let's end on a brighter note. Okay. Lego Masters has been greenlit for season 3. That means that the viewership is up. That means that people are tuning in and they're watching. I am extremely proud and happy for all of the competitors in Lego Masters. They have shown they have grit. They have shown they are creative. I think the builds that they're doing are blowing the competition away. I feel as though that they are creating their own path, and they are going to stand alone as season 2 of Lego Masters. I mean, season 1, we're going to be season 1, but this is season 2, and I think what they're doing is incredible, incredible. I'm proud. I'm very proud of all of them because it for what they had to go through, especially they had to film this during COVID. So you can only imagine they didn't even have the luxury of saying, "Hey, let's go out and hang out. Let's go check out the town." They couldn't even do that, and it creates cabin fever. You know, like you want to get out the house, you want to get out, get around and go around and stuff like that. You can't do that, during COVID. So it speaks a lot to them. It speaks a lot to them as people, as builders. It's just I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud. I tune in. I watch the episodes like 2, 3 times just to see if I can catch other things that I may have missed the first time around. Um, I love it. I love Lego Masters. I love the cast of Lego Masters season 2. Um, like I said, this episode was sad for me because one of my brick brothers, Moto, was eliminated. It was sad for me. Um, Oh, absolutely, Moto. Absolutely. We are one family. We are one family. All I'm saying is that the my part of the family, we're taking the back seat and we're enjoying watching you guys shine. And that's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that way. Season 1, our job is to elevate, is help elevate and continue to big up and support season 2. That is our job as season 1, Lego Masters, in my opinion. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to big you guys up. We're supposed to promote you guys however we can because this is your time. This is your time. We're gonna have our time to be Lego Masters together, and we're gonna have that moment. But right now, this night, this season is your season. So just don't get me wrong. We are one family. We are under one umbrella, Lego Masters. We're part of the US version of Lego Masters. We're always going to go down in history as part of the US version of Lego Masters. No one can ever take that away. There can never be another season 1. There can never be another season 2. That is us because we are family. But this is season 2's season, and I want season 2 to be successful. If they're successful, we get a season 3, then a season 4, then maybe an All Stars. Then we can all come back, and then that'll be amazing. That'll be amazing. So, love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for sticking with me during that little bit of rambling. Um, I noticed it. I don't like it. But again, it's all about viewership. It's all about what people want to see. They are way smarter than me when it comes to that stuff. I don't work for them. So what do I know? But all I know is that it's good TV. It's fun TV. And I hope that everybody's being encouraged by it. So you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for kicking it with me. You guys are amazing. I love you guys, each and every one of you. Tomorrow, I should be on. Oh wait, tomorrow I go back to bowling. Let's see if I still have it because my elbow has been like bothering me for quite some time, and I don't know if I'll be able to bowl with my right hand like how I used to. Well, we'll have to see. If I don't score 100, actually, if I don't score 150 on my opening game, I will not be on forever. Yeah, forever. But nevertheless, uh, I should be on later that evening tomorrow, and hopefully we can get back to our Stormbreaker. We got one part of it over there, and we're gonna connect the other part to it, and then hopefully we can kind of connect certain pieces to it so it can be stronger. We're gonna see. But you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for checking me out. Please, if you haven't done so already, please go and follow me, _LLC. If you want to build something and you need ideas, I am doing a Summer of Sam's where I'm giving away a free Lego set every week for the summer. That's 13 weeks, 13 sets. Right now, the set that I'm giving away is currently behind me, but I have about 15 sets behind me. So who knows which set is going to be. All you have to do is build something that says summer fun, not the word summer fun, but something that expresses summer fun. Use the hashtag Summer of Sam's, follow Sam's Brego _LLC. Your name will be thrown into a drawing on Friday, and on Saturday, I will announce the winner. And if you win, I will reach out to you in DM, get your address, and I will ship this bad boy to you. Okay? Everybody, take care, everybody. Love one another. Continue to love each other. Everyone is awesome. Take care. Peace.